Hello, 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 and we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Hi, 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 or Nyajong. This is Tay again. I love coming to think out loud with you guys. And, sometimes it's okay to just say the things that are on our mind and think out loud because sometimes maybe somebody else is thinking it too. And to be quite honestly, before I begin, drop a comment or drop a where you're tuning in from in the comments so I know how far my lives have reached because I want to say thank you to anyone and everyone who's been supporting me and coming on, just watching my lives. And I just think out loud and I just share from the heart because sometimes we want to talk, but we just never really say what's on our mind. And I love thinking out loud. So tonight, I don't know where you are right now. I don't know where you are mentally or emotionally, but if you're here, I'm thankful. And it tells me something in you is searching too, and it's searching for more. And tonight I just want to share what's been heavy because a lot of us don't talk about this topic. It's been heavy on my heart. I've been thinking if I should talk about it or if I shouldn't because a lot of us being a first generation immigrant means carrying things we never chose. The fear of failing our parents, right? The pressure to stick with what's safe and the guilt that comes when we even think about doing life differently. But I've been learning something. I've been learning and I found and I realized that if we don't break those cycles, they keep going and we pass them this down the same way that it was passed down to us. We pass down the same fears. We pass down things that we don't want, right? That we never asked for. And I don't want that for my kid or my boss, if you guys been following me. And I want my boss to see that it's okay to try something different. That success doesn't have to come in just one form. That it's possible to build something quietly, imperfectly, and still do it with purpose. That's why I started opening my mind to different ways of doing business. Okay. It felt uncomfortable at first because it wasn't what I was raised to believe. Because as a first generation immigrant, like I mentioned, we were taught to stay quiet and not say much, right? But here's the truth. The world is moving fast, okay? And sticking to what we've always known won't always move us forward. It's okay to be skeptical. It's okay to have questions, but don't let fear keep you from learning what's out there. You don't have to have it all figured out or go all in. You don't have to say yes to everything, but you do owe it to yourself and the next generation to be curious because when you choose to heal, when you choose growth, your kids, or actually, you give your kids permission to live freely too. We weren't just meant to survive, we were meant to create. We were meant to dream, to rise. So if something in your heart is stirring, listen to it. Don't silence it because it's different. Doing things unconventionally is scary, but there's so many changes. And you just listen to that voice because this might be the beginning of your freedom, and maybe, just maybe, the start of theirs too. Because if we don't heal, if we don't change, we will pass it on. And unconventional things are okay, because if we don't pave that way, we don't pave that road, and we keep fear, we're going to pass fear on. We're going to, if we keep thinking that doing unconventional things are going to be, we should be fearful of it, then we're going to pass that on to our children. I definitely don't want to pass that on to my boss. I want him to know that it's okay to take risks, calculated risks. I want him to know that it's okay to do things unconventionally because this world is changing, time is changing, and it's waiting for nobody. And doing things differently doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make you weird or anything. Doing things differently makes you live freely, and create what you are meant to do and with purpose. Okay, but that's all I got. Anyways, thank you for being here with me. Thank you for checking in. I'll check in with you again and you guys again tomorrow or another day. Thank you for being here. Keep pushing forward. Never give up and you will get there. I'm always rooting for you. Bye. Shinjiro. Thank you. Ciao.